Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy Eye Tarot. In today's picker card reading, we will find out what compliments do you get behind your back. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's begin your reading by taking a look at your tarot cards and find out what compliments do you get behind your back. So the cards that came out for you are Page of Cups, Ten of Cups, King of Pentacles, and Five of Wands. So one of the first things that fetches you a lot of compliments behind your back is your nature overall. You seem to be someone who's very empathetic, you're emotionally very intelligent, you're very sensitive, you're very good at determining just by a person's facial expressions or body language whether they're experiencing any sort of distress or not. And you always know how to behave then in that situation or with that person accordingly. So everyone whose problems you've been able to understand without them having to verbally communicate it to you, and everyone whom you've been able to help this way through your kindness and through your sensitivity, not only remembers you but also greatly compliments you behind your back. You might be someone who's very popular with kids. Kids love you. And in general, I can also see over here with the Ten of Cups that your family, your friends, your relatives, cousins, all your loved ones basically are very grateful to have you in their life. You're the kind of person, group 1, for whom your loved ones come first and then work comes later. And none of your loved ones take that for granted. They're very grateful, in fact, that you give them that attention, or you give them that respect, or you give them that priority in your life. A lot of your loved ones, in fact all your loved ones actually for that matter, they compliment you for the fact that you go all out when there's a problem. And usually with the King of Pentacles over here and the Five of Wands, you're the one who's willing to head on, not only tackle that problem, but to come up with a solution for it. And you're like, everybody stay back, I've got this. That kind of an attitude, which they really admire. And like I said, compliment you for it. You're the kind of person who has absolutely no inhibitions in going all out when you have to help somebody whom you care about, no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes. You're there for them. They know that you're very dependable, you're very sincere, you're very humble, you're very successful, but your success hasn't got to your head. You haven't suddenly become egoistic overnight. You're still that same old sweet sensitive soul like you were when you were a child. And so everyone who's seen you progress from a very sweet and sensitive kid to now this successful, dynamic personality at work, the fact that you've managed to retain your authenticity, or the fact that you've managed to stay so rooted, is what they compliment you on. I can also see over here with the Five of Wands that you're very good with your problem solving. You're very, very good and very quick perhaps when it comes to coming up with solutions for problems, whether these are problematic situations at work or whether these are problematic situations that have cropped up for any of your loved ones. You always know exactly what to do and how to do it and how to execute it. You manage to bring people out of their problems when they weren't even able to comprehend what the problem was to begin with, which is what they compliment you about. In fact, at your workplace too, with the King of Pentacles over here, people greatly admire you, they respect you, they talk highly of you. And conflict resolution is also something that you're very good at, group 1. So perhaps at your workplace, whenever there is a conflict, let's say amongst team members or whatever, you are usually the go-to person. In fact, from what I can see over here, group 1, you might be in general the agony aunt of everyone. Everybody loves to come to you with their problems because they know not only will you understand what they're going through, but you'll also be able to help them out to detangle the situation and come up with a good solution. I feel like your empathetic nature actually complements your work a lot. No matter what kind of work you do, the fact that this is who you are perhaps helps you to become a better team player, helps you to gel better with the people that you work with. And the fact that you don't ever have any unrealistic expectations from anybody at work and you just let people be, you're not too bossy, you're not too overbearing, you're not too controlling, that is why you get a lot of compliments. I mean, if there ever was an award for world's best boss after Michael Scott, you would get it, Group 1. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles now. So we have soulmates, faith, destiny, and kangaroo, which says be a force for good. Seriously, with destiny and faith over here, every person whom you've ever crossed paths with and whose life you've managed to touch with your help, with your kindness, with your empathy, the fact that you took 2 minutes out of your life to listen to them, to understand them, they're all very, very grateful for you. And anybody whom you've ever helped, Group 1, they haven't forgotten it. They will never be able to forget it. If there are people in your life with whom, let's say, you became friends with in a very accidental or what might seem to be a very divinely orchestrated manner, like you were never planning on becoming friends with that person, but it just happened, you guys just managed to get along so well, or perhaps the manner in which you've met certain people in your life with whom now you're very close, all of those people really thank their stars, they really thank their destiny that they were able to meet you and that they were able to connect with you. People compliment you for the fact that you somehow managed to restore their faith just when they feel like everything is lost. And for a lot of people, you are that glimmer of hope, Group 1, because they know that no matter how dark it gets, you will come with that lantern and you will show them the way, you will help them. There are a lot of people who are convinced that you're their soulmate, and I do not just mean it in the romantic sense of the term. Platonically, also, they feel so connected to you. They feel like they can talk to you about anything under the sun. You're the kind of person who doesn't judge anybody. You know, you're not the kind of person who makes assumptions or is very opinionated. People feel safe to open up with you. People feel safe to be vulnerable with you and to openly discuss their problems, their inhibitions, their challenges, whatever it is with you, because they know that you will understand. And so that is what they compliment you about. Your, I mean, who you are nature wise, Group 1, it is definitely a big, big blessing. And the fact that all of these people thank their destiny, that you are a part of their life, it just goes on to tell us that the kind of person that you are, it's actually very rare. There aren't a lot of people like you anymore. Most of the people whom you will meet nowadays, they're all selfish, they might be very competitive, but you're not like that. You are the kind of person, Group 1, who believes that there's enough for everyone. So why do we have to be a part of this rat race? And that is what people like about you. And because we have the kangaroo card for you over here, which says be a force for good, this is how people see you. All of these people who give you compliments behind your back, this is what they think of you. That you are a force for good. There is something so almost divine about you, Group 1. I genuinely feel over here with the faith card that there are people who really see you in that light. In fact, if there ever was a person whom you helped out when they were going through something really, really serious, that person could have actually said to you that for me, like you're my God from now on, something like that. Because this is a very major and deep energy over here. So I do feel like for a lot of you, for a lot of people who compliment you behind your back, you are the answer to their prayers, or you are that connecting link between them and the universe. In general, also, I feel the fact that people trust you so much in itself is a compliment, right? Because it's not easy for us to trust people in these times, but people have almost, I would say, blind faith in you, because because they know that this is who you are and this is how you are. So you would never cheat them, you would never betray them, you would never out their secrets, and that is why they compliment you. And I have to tell you this, group 1, because this message is coming up over here. It's not just the people whom the people whose compliments we can see over here. Your ancestors also compliment you a lot, and they are in fact complimenting you right now through this reading. They're very grateful to have you as a part of the lineage, as a part of their family, and they are encouraging you to keep up the good work. All right, group 1. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, group 2. If you guys chose the second image, let's begin your reading by taking a look at your tarot cards and find out what compliments do you get behind your back. So the cards that came out for you guys are 6 of Pentacles, then we have 2 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and 9 of Pentacles. All right. Group 2, firstly, with the 6 of Pentacles over here, I feel like you guys are in general just very, very good at sharing. Ever since you were a kid, group 2, you were the kind of person who would bring a new toy to school and then ask your friends to come and play with you or with your toy. You had no inhibitions lending your games, your toys to others. In fact, I feel like from a very young age, you would get very moved if you would see somebody who wasn't as privileged as you, and then you would do everything you could in that age itself to make sure that you were able to support them somehow, whether it was through donating your old clothes, books, stationery, or anything else. So you've always been like that. You always have been the kind of person who likes to help people with whatever means you have at your disposal. And as you've grown older, this quality has stayed with you. Now too, you're very good at helping people. You're very good at sharing, I would say, your abundance with others. So for example, let's say that you performed really well at your workplace and you got some coupons for a spa or something, but you wouldn't use them because you know that you have a friend who is a mom, and then she also has lots of work outside of it, and she's really stressed and she could really use that. So you would give the coupons to her and offer to take care of her baby while she's out and she has a good time. So that's just who you are. And the fact that you're so selfless when it comes to giving away what was yours to begin with in the first place, from a place of benevolence, is what fetches you all of these compliments. If you are currently in a relationship with someone, I have to tell you over here with the 2 of Cups and the 8 of Wands that your partner cannot stop talking about you behind your back. Whenever they're talking about you with their friends or with their family members, they always have nice things to say about you. They talk really highly of you. And not just romantic partners, but just in general, your friends, your colleagues, your sibling for that matter. Some of you have a twin, but anyway, not a twin flame, just like siblings, twin. So they too talk very highly of you behind your back. And the reason behind that is the fact that you're not the kind of person who will feel threatened, insecure, or jealous if somebody else is also doing good. You know, like how there are a lot of people who always want to stay at the top, but then they don't want to share that pedestal with anybody else. But you're not like that. You in fact encourage people. You're like a cheerleader of sorts. You like it. You are genuinely happy when somebody is progressing in their life. Let's say that you have a friend and that friend gets a promotion, and now because of their promotion, their salary is more than yours. You won't feel sad about it. You won't feel like you're somehow missing out or that you're somehow not as competent as your friend. You'll feel happy for them. You will say encouraging things to them. Heck, you might throw a promotion party for them. And these people, they remember all of these big and small gestures of yours, and so that is why they keep complimenting you behind your back. Because it's not rare to find a person who's as selfless as you are in today's times, group 2. You might be someone who's very, very good with your communication skills. It's almost as if you know exactly not only what to say, but also how to say it, depending on whom are you having that conversation with. For example, if you are having a conversation with somebody who loves to discuss politics, so you might throw some political example in your conversation. If you are talking to somebody who, let's say, loves theater, so when you're having a conversation with them, you might bring up some recent play that you went to see or something like that. So based on whom you're speaking with, you know how to alter your tone, or you know how to, in fact, even alter what it is that you were going to say, so that it just sits better with them. You know how to speak to a person in their language and not just the language that they understand. And so that is why they compliment you, because you are able to match yourself with the other person's level so that they feel comfortable enough. And that's why they compliment you. Another thing over here for which you receive a lot of compliments, group 2, is your independence and your ability to make decisions independently. While you love to help others, but when it comes to your own life, you don't necessarily rely too much on anybody. You have a lot of faith in yourself. You have a lot of belief in yourself that I know I'll do right by myself. I know I'll do the right thing. I know that this is what should ideally be the next step for me. And that inspires people. There are many people, in fact, who followed in your footsteps, as I can see over here, group 2. For example, let's say that if you are the oldest child in your family, whatever profession it is that you picked for yourself, all of your cousins and siblings after that also went on to join that same profession, because that's how much you moved them, that's how much you inspired them. And so this personality of yours, which is so vibrant and so independent and open-minded, the fact that you don't seek anybody's external validation, that is what people love about you and compliment you for. All right, let's take a look at your oracles now. So we have deep knowing, intuition, insecurity, and dog, which says be disciplined in your home and community life. So with deep knowing over here and intuition, this is who you might be, group 2. You might be someone who's very intuitive. You might be someone who always has, or you get that feeling, that this is how I should be behaving, this is what I should be doing, without the other person having said anything or shared anything with you. You just know. Okay, you know when they're going through something, or you know when they want to speak something but they're hesitating, and so you might help them relax a little bit so that they can open up with you. If you've ever helped anybody with your gift of intuition, those people also compliment you for it, of course. Also, with insecurity over here, and because you're so intuitive, when you meet someone, you can tell what is it about them that they might be insecure of. For example, and this is just for example's sake, all right? Let's say somebody has a birthmark on their face and they're very insecure about it. And there might be a lot of people who, the minute they see that person, they're like, oh, what's that on your face? Is that a scar? Did you get burned? How did that happen? But you're not like that. Why? Because you have that sensitivity. And you can intuitively tell that in any case, this person seems very bothered by it. So why the heck should I talk about it? Why the heck should I bring it up? You'll, in fact, and the kind of person that you are, and because you're in any case so good with your communication, heck, you might even find some way to compliment them for it. You know how to make people feel okay with being who they are. You do not trigger anybody the wrong way. You do not trigger anybody's insecurities. If anything, you help them to eliminate those insecurities altogether. And so that is what they compliment you for. With the dog card over here, of course, as a friend, as a partner, you might be someone who's very loyal, you're very dependable, for which you get a lot of compliments. And with the Nine of Pentacles over here, along with dog, you might be someone who is very good at coming up with a routine that works for them, whether it is some diet related thing that you've prepared for yourself, whether it's a workout regimen that you've created for yourself, whether it is your day-to-day timetable, like at what time do I have to wake up, and I'm very strict about the fact that let's say from 6:30 to 8 in the night I will not take anybody's calls because that's my me time, things like that. And like I said, a lot of people draw inspiration from you precisely for all of these things, that when you have to, mostly, like I said, you keep on doing so much for others, but in all of that you haven't forgotten yourself either. In fact, when it comes to your own priorities, like I said, your me time in that example, you're very strict about all of those things too. So it's not like you have pushed yourself to the back burner just so that you can help somebody better. And people compliment you for it. They admire the fact that you're able to balance out everything so well. And of course, the fact that in general you're someone who has so much discipline, who's self motivated, and who has so much dedication to do something not just for themselves but also for the community at large, is what people compliment you about. All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 3, if you guys chose the third image, let's take a look at your tarot cards first to find out what compliments do you get behind your back. The cards that came out for you are the Tower, then we have Three of Swords, Nine of Cups, and Eight of Pentacles. Someone can seriously write a book on your life or make a movie on it, I swear, because the kind of journey that you've had in your life, I mean, it is a hero's journey, right, group 3? And you would agree, because starting from the Tower and then we have the Nine of Cups and Eight of Pentacles, you just do not know how to quit, when to quit. And it is because of that that today you are where you are. The people who compliment you behind your back are the people who've seen you come out of this troublesome phase of your life to now a much more relaxed and contented phase of your life. You've been through a lot, group 3. You have faced lots and lots and lots of ups and downs. You have faced a lot of losses, some personal, some professional, many emotional losses also. But each time something has happened, you have always and always bounced back. And everyone who has witnessed this journey of yours from close quarters does not cease to compliment you, because it is incredible. When I'm looking at your cards, I can tell it is so incredible, and it must have been so difficult, but you just kept at it. You just did not give up. And already with the Nine of Cups over here, there are a lot of wishes of yours that you've managed to fulfill. Of course, wishes are endless, so there still might be a lot in your bucket list, but you've done a great job. And the best part is that with the Three of Swords over here, along with the Nine of Cups, even in the times when you were hurting, or when you were going through something, or when somebody did you dirty, you did not become a villain overnight. You did not get into that mindset of, oh, that person didn't do right by me, so now henceforth I will also be rude to people, I will also stop caring about people, or to hell with humanity and things like that. You didn't do it. You did not stop being who you are. You did not unnecessarily get bitter with people just because you were going through something. Like how you must have heard this, that broken people break others, but you didn't do that. Even when you were broken, even when you were hurting, you've always and only been nice with others. You always try to help them out, you've always been nice to them, and you always felt happy in times of their accomplishments, even when you were going through losses. So it's not like you started feeling bitter or jealous that, what, I don't have a job and that person got a promotion, how is that fair? You never slipped into that mindset. And so everyone who's witnessed that or knows of it compliments you behind your back. And I'm sure to your face also, because this wasn't easy. In fact, because of what you've experienced yourself, you're now very good at helping people who might be going through the same situations. You're very good at empathizing with people now because you know what it's like when nobody checks up on you. If that happened, that nobody checked up on you. So each time you know that someone's going through something, you make sure that in between you keep on checking on them and you keep on asking them if they need any help, what can you do, and things like that. I also heard you haven't forgotten anyone. So, everyone who played a key role in your journey, everyone who helped you out at different points in your journey, once you accomplished whatever it is that you had set out for, you didn't forget any of them. You came back for them. You tried to help them. You maybe gave them a token of thanks. And so, that speaks very highly of who you are as a person, because of which they compliment you. In fact, the people who broke your heart or the people who did you dirty, you don't hold any grudges against them either. Of course, initially it could have taken you some time to move on from those situations, but once you did, currently it's not like you have any ill will towards them. It's not like you wish something bad to happen with those people. Why? Because you're past it. And now you're happy and thriving in your own lane, which again is not easy. It's not easy to break out of those patterns. It is not easy to break out of those cycles, but you did it and you showed others how it's done. I won't be surprised if you tell me that a lot of you are life coaches or relationship coaches now, because you've been there and you've done that. So now you know how to help others navigate similar journeys. And that's why people compliment you for it. In fact, if the nature of your work is such that you have to help people who are struggling emotionally or even financially for that matter, those people compliment you. And not just to your face, but they keep singing your praises even behind your back, because they're so grateful that because of your work and dedication and your empathy and understanding, you managed to pull them out of their darkness. Maybe some of you are therapists. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles now. We have all that glitters, growth, trickery, and raven, which says prepare for change. Yeah, so you never gave up. Never. Even when things were extremely difficult, even when everybody else was convinced that this is it, you just kept going. And for that, you get a lot of compliments. In general, where you started from and where you are now, that journey of, of your growth, that story in itself inspires a lot of people. And more so because you didn't take any shortcuts, group 3. It's not like you scammed or cheated your way to the top. It was all your hard work, your dedication, your resilience. You didn't make a fool out of anyone. You didn't pay anybody to get you a job and things like that. Whatever you did, it was from a growth mindset. It was from a place of, bring it on. I'm not going to give up. And so that is what fetches you compliments, because as we're all aware, these days, if people have the resources, they'll use it and they'll take shortcuts and get to some place and then act as if nobody else was deserving of it. You've also, in general too, never fooled anybody. People might have fooled you, people might have deceived you, people might have cheated on you, but you've never done that to anybody. You've never played with anybody's emotions. You've never given false hopes to anybody. You've never scammed anybody. And because you're so genuine, you get a lot of compliments behind your back. In fact, with growth over here and trickery, you've actually helped people to understand the truth of a person or a situation, and you've helped them to come out of situations which were getting like if somebody had, let's say, trapped another person in a toxic relation, and that person, let's say, would trick this individual or brainwash them. So, as I was saying, let's say that if somebody is trapped in a very toxic relationship and their partner keeps on emotionally manipulating them, so they're not able to see the truth of what's happening with them, but you're the kind of person who will help them to, wake up and see what's happening and help them then get out of that situation. And so, people like that, people whom you've helped this way, not just in terms of relationships, of course, but otherwise also, are not only very grateful for you, but like I said, they keep on complimenting you behind your back. Another reason why you fetch a lot of compliments, group 3, with all that glitters over here, is because you're able to tell when someone is genuine and when they're just faking it. You're able to smell bullshit from a mile away. And no matter no matter what the general opinion of somebody or something might be, if you're not convinced, you don't buy it. So you're the kind of person who does not necessarily talk to the most popular person in the office. For example, everybody might say that, oh, Dave is a great person, but you know that Dave is faking it, that Dave isn't as great as he pretends to be. And so you maintain your distance from Dave. And in time, all those who have gone on to understand his true colors not only feel amazed by the fact that you were the first one to call him out, but they also compliment you for your ability to not just become a part of the crowd. And you're also not a people pleaser, is what I heard, group 3. So for that reason too, you earn a lot of compliments behind your back. In fact, with the Nine of Cups over here and the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like once you reached a comfortable place in your life, through whatever it is that you earn, you've gone on to fulfill other people's wishes, be it your family members, some friend of yours, or somebody else. So those people also compliment you a lot for your generosity. And plus, I feel like over here with Raven, you have a very dynamic personality for which you get complimented. You're the kind of person who always likes to keep up with the times. You're the kind of person who has a very broad and open mindset. So for that reason also, you get a lot of compliments. All right, group 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.